Mie nimeimba wakati enzi za rupia. Sasa hakuna taarab. Taarabu zamani. Unadhani ajui taarab? Nyimbo za taarab anazijua zote, lakini hapendi.
Ukiondoa ngoma za asili, basi utakuta mambo ya sanaa za uchongaji.
Tropical island, merely 20 miles off the east coast of Africa, makes up a place for adventure, remoteness, excitement, and romance. For centuries, Zanzibar has had links with the people of Arabia, Persia, and others as far away as China. It has had its fair share of conquests, slavery, and revolution. The first Phoenician ships blew into its harbour on the northwest monsoon of 600 BC. These interactions have had an impact on the people of Zanzibar, resulting in a culture and identity which they hold to date. The Arabs had the greatest influence on the culture of this island. You can see it in the habits, religion, but perhaps most obviously in the architecture. The port of Stone Town has its own charm, minarets and gracefully curved towers rising above the turquoise waters, with the smell of cloves on the breeze that gently moonbob the dhows docked at harbour. These narrow, winding alleys are home to a people who have boat building, fishing, and music deeply enrooted in their culture. These skills have been passed down family lineage and preserved for hundreds of years. From an early age, boys start perfecting their fishing skills. They walk along the seashore to try their luck, sometimes catching fish. They all one day want to own their own fishing dhows and sail out fishing as friends and earn a living from their skill. And there is a vibrant industry waiting to supply them when they come of age.
Mimi naitwa Yusuf, natengeneza mtego unaitwa dema. Tengeneza mtego naenda baharini kuvua samaki. Mimi na rafiki yangu Captain Cook.
Sasa kesho asubuhi inamaanisha tuze tu ni tena.
Mapema, lakini kesho tuke mapema, tuwe kabla maji hayajenda.
Mapema kama saa ngapi?
Saa 11.
Uchakumelamka? Uhakika hasa? Basi ukahujalamka mengi kutia maji kitandani. Okay.
Kwa njoo hivyo kwa mapema. Mapema. Sababu kuna mapema ndio mapema, narudi mapema vile vile.
Kwani leo mwezi ngapi?
Leo mwezi 21.
Si maji makubwa, maji madogo leo kwani?
Maji madogo.
La haula. Okay, tuanze tu ni basi. Tuanze tu baba.
Dalo tulikuwa tunatumia tumechongesha tumechongesha umbuji, tumekata muembe, tukachongesha ngarawa. Tumekutana miaka 15 na Captain Cook, tunaendelea na kazi mpaka sasa hivi. Captain Cook ndo alipa motivation kwa kufanya hii shughuli. Baadaye tukipata samaki tunagawana, wengine tunauza, tunapika kwenye hoteli.
Huyu ni black snapper na special yake ku make coconut crusted fish. Kazi ya uvuvi nilianza miaka 20. Ni hobi yangu tu na ni hobi ya wazee wangu. Mimi mwenyewe kanipasa kwamba niunganike nao. Mimi naitwa Captain Cook na jina hili nilipata kwa sababu ni babangu alikuwa ni captain na mimi mwenyewe watu wakaniita captain, unafahamu na cook ni hobi ya bibi yangu. Sasa mote nilipata hobi kwa babu captain na kwa bibi cook. Inamaanisha ndio nikiwa Captain Cook.
Hizi tu
Kama ukubwa ke Japano au Japano.
Japano tu.
Mtumene. Kama tunauza bei gani leo?
25.
Ni shingo yangu ndio nilipata inafika senti 25. Samaki hususan na mvua wanakuwa ni white snapper, red snapper, parakuda na wote natumia kwenye restaurant yangu.
The catch of the day is shared equally between the friends. Captain Cook sells part of his fish at his restaurant, a business inherited from his late grandmother.
Hivi ni vitunguu maji kwa ajili ya chakula chenu.
As a child, Captain Cook helped his grandmother in the restaurant kitchen. She passed on all her secret recipes to him, many which trace their origins to cooking styles inherited from the very first Arabian settlers. These he holds close to his heart, secrets he's not willing to share. The rest of his fish is sold at the auction in the local fish market in Zanzibar town. Fishing does contribute to Zanzibar's economy. All day round there is a buzz of activity at the auctions as fishermen like Captain Cook bring in their catch to sell to fishmongers and customers. Besides the eagerness to make some money, these men have one other thing in common. Almost all went to sea on the traditional Zanzibari boat, the Dhow.
Kazi yangu inanunua samaki pale mnadani, wachuuzi wanaleta samaki au wavuvi wanaleta samaki pale mnadani. Wanatoa Malindi, mashamba na sehemu mbalimbali wanaleta pale.
23 nambari 23 si hapo. 24 nambari 24.
Dhow building is not just a commercial enterprise, it is an art that enables modest entrepreneurs like Captain Cook an affordable way to keep their businesses afloat. Dhow building also has a rich family heritage and can be traced back to the arrival of the Arabs to the island centuries ago.
Mimi jina langu naitwa Fundi Haji Omari, mzaliwa wa Nungwi, miaka kama 39 iliyopita. Hapa nachonga kitu kinaitwa karua. Ni kitu ambacho kinatiwa ndani ya dau ambalo lishakaribia kumalizika, yani kumalizika. Kulifunga liwe strong.
Dhows are traditional sailing vessels with one or more masts with triangular Latin sails. Their design is believed to have originated from the skeleton of a whale, the backbone as the keel, and the ribs forming the skeletal structure on which the wooden planking of the hull is fixed. This skill was first introduced to East Africa in Lamu, an island on the Kenyan coast, then along to Mombasa and eventually across the water to Zanzibar. Originally, the locals here worked under the guidance of Arab dhow builders, eventually perfecting their skills. They have retained their Arabian heritage as the people of Zanzibar stuck to old, labor-intensive personal methods. From the time the Arabs taught the Zanzibaris the art of dhow building, it has been passed down from generation to generation within families. Children complete their basic school education and are introduced to the trade, receiving on-the-job training. In most cases, children from the dhow building families join their fathers out of choice. They too want to build these simple but magnificent crafts.
Hii kazi ni baba yangu ndiye alinifunza. Ameletewa mimi, amenifunza.
Under the guidance of their father, these youngsters are constantly developing and perfecting their skills. According to Haji Omari, a dhow builder is always a student of the trade, despite your age or experience. Haji Omari's father taught him dhow building, but now the artisan has taken his skills to a higher level by designing dhows to which boat engines can be mounted, something his own father never dreamt of.
Kulikuwa madau zamani hauwezi kufunga mashine ya boti. Ilikuwa unaweza kufunga lakini kwa shida mno. Sasa huo pia ni ubunifu ambao ulifanywa hii katika hiyo miaka ya karibuni. Sio hiyo ya mwanzo, hiyo ya karibuni hapa. Kwa maana unaweza kuunda hiyo boti mpaka ukamaliza, ukachonga na jingine, lakini bado ufundi huwezi ukajiita metari nishakuwa fundi. Kwa sababu hata wazee ambao walitufundisha sisi, kuna mambo mengine tunayofanya sasa hivi wao hawakuyafanya, lakini ni kwa namna kuboresha.
The greatest joy in life to him is that his sons have followed in his footsteps, each one wanting to be a dhow builder. He did not force them to join him. They all came on board out of choice. The vision of Haji Omari and his sons is to see the industry being developed further and preserved. It is one of the major traditional cultures of Zanzibar.
Ukiondoa ngoma za asili, basi utakuta mambo ya sanaa za uchongaji. Mwelekeo baadaye kuhusu usanii wetu huu ni kuboresha hii sanaa, kuona inakwenda katika viwango vinavyokubalika, kufikia kwamba tuweze kutumia mbao kusafirisha watu kwa salama na amani kutoka Zanzibar Mombasa, Zanzibar Pemba, Zanzibar Dar es Salaam bila ya wasiwasi wowote.
The family builds dhows for three end users, differing in design, having different specifications and functions. Their clientele are fishermen, tour operators and transporters, the fishermen being the main customers. As Haji Omari and his family chisel away on the coastline, tucked away in the interior amongst the winding alleys of ancient Stone Town, Zanzibar's capital, are a people whose lives revolve around music. Today, the narrow winding streets are a home to the common man, but almost every house here has a history behind it. From the likes of Tipu Tip, the famous slave trader, to Indian royal blood living in these very houses and walking up and down these very streets in the 1800s. The ingrained culture of music in Zanzibar has led to a very relaxed lifestyle. Evenings are often wound down with games of bao over coffee, as the young challenge the not so young. This culture of relaxation has helped develop the local music industry, most notably Taarab music, another aspect of Zanzibari life with Arabic influence. It has a unique blend of musical elements to it, which include the qanun, oud and tabla, and forms an essential part of local culture and celebrations. Taarab originates from tariba, which means to be moved. This music has such a great following both amongst the older generation and the youth, resulting in the creation of music icons. Most notable is Bi Kidude, meaning little granny, who is believed to be close to 100 years and still sings. She is held in the same regard as Michael Jackson is in the West. In 2005, Bi Kidude received the prestigious Womex Award for her outstanding contribution to music and culture in Zanzibar.
Mie nimeimba wakati enzi za rupia, katoi iko fedha rupia na pesa ya shaba ile na mbele huko imetiwa uzani, nyuma imeandikwa Qur'ani. Nimejifundisha si mkubwa sana. Natoroka, bibi ananiona kwa nimeingia chuoni, mlezi wangu napenya kwa kule na kwa zangu pwani. Mimi sikufundishwa na mtu kuimba hata siku moja. Wananiletea karatasi kidude cha uimbe, hapana. Mimi mwenyewe. Hizo nchi zote unsika nimesafiri na kwenda kwa niaba ya kuimba taarab. Mwisho juzi nimetoka Misri nimekwenda kuimba kwa ati Kulthum. Na mpaka leo mimi naimba. Wala simbi karatasi la. Maana na hivi vinanda vina njia. Kuna sika, kuna nahwandi, kuna ijazi, kuna saba. Wewe unakwenda upande gani katika pumzi zako? Sasa hakuna taarab. Taarabu zamani. Sasa hawana taarab. Wanaimba kitarabu hawana. Kuimba wanaimba, sijakataa. Lakini hawana taarabu. Taarabu wanacheza kama beni, ndio taarab. Taarabu unakaa kitako.
As the likes of Bi Kidude set the benchmark for musical excellence, there is a new breed of young Taarab musicians coming to the party now, who are getting recognition for their talent. One such individual is Mahsin Basalama, who in 2003 joined the Music Academy in Zanzibar, launching his journey into the Taarab world. He has been fortunate enough to perform alongside Bi Kidude and also toured with her to Germany.
I did a recording with Bi Kidude in an album called Zanzibar, and also I did recording with Norwegians in 2004. It was called Dhow Crossing.
To date, Mahsin continues to further develop his skills in Taarab and, more importantly, preserves its rich traditional elements.
It didn't take me much to be involved in it, although I didn't like it from before. My father had 13 kids from different wives, of course. But I was the only one who followed his footprints.
Mahsin is another example of how the Arab-infused Zanzibari culture is transferred from generation to generation.
My father told me that there's a music school has opened in 2002. It was like, no, I never liked school, and you guys know it, you know, so I ain't gonna go there. My father was a very soft guy, but my mom, yeah, She's super tough, even though she keeps smiling all the time. You know, I was there just to satisfy her, you know, for the first and second weeks. And then I realized all teachers were good friends and the colleagues there. There's no teacher with stick or whatever. You just meet up sometimes, clubbing or putting something. I was like, yeah, I love this system. You know, and then I've started loving the school, teachers, and then, you know, the music, you know, has started to come in me. Taarab was introduced to Zanzibar by the Sultan Bargash. It is believed that there are some Egyptians who are performing into the Dhows during this, the exchange trade. So the king invited those musicians to his palace and performed. They formed a small orchestra, and they were allowed to perform only for the king in the palace. But Muhammad Ibrahim and his colleagues started to sneak out to go to, to the social club. There was a social club called Nadi Khani Safa, brothers who love each other, that's the meaning. And they've started teaching people in there secretly. And then in 1905, this social club turned from the social club to the musical club because there are some people who could handle some instruments in there. And they were playing only Arab music until 1920s, where the Sidi Mintisad, the first female Taarab singer, started to sing in Swahili. My father used to be a very good qanun player. When he passed away in 2004, it was written in newspapers like the Qanun King passed away, so people had much respect in him as a good composer and also a qanun player. He was also a percussionist. My mom is a singer. She started singing when she was 16. Until today, she turned 50 last month. And yeah, she still sings.
Familia yangu nakotoka, wazee wangu, babu yangu mzaa babangu alikuwa ni mutrib. Maana mutrib ni mwimbaji, alikuwa anapiga violini, lakini mimi kwanza sikujua, lakini nilikuwa nikisikia mziki, nikisikia watu wanaimba, katika damu yangu inanichemka. Basi nikakulia hivyo hivyo, baadaye nikajikuta nimeingia katika mziki. Kulikuwa na dada yangu jirani anaimba kwa Safa, akawa anapita pale nyumbani, anamuuliza unakwenda Tidafashi? Anasema naenda kwenye mazoezi. Mimi nichukue. Akanichukua katika mwaka 1980. Nikaenda kule, nilikuwa mtoto mdogo, bado mdogo sana. Nikaanza kidogo natungiwa. Mimi mwenyewe sijawahi kutunga, lakini nilikuwa natungiwa na mtunzi wangu mkubwa ambaye akitungia nyimbo zangu zote ni baba yangu. Nataka ridhaa yako nipate kuwaeleza. Nilipomwona mwanangu kaingia katika muziki sikushangaa, kwa sababu amerithi kutokana na baba na mama.
The way I play is quite different from most of the musicians in here because I'm more influenced by the Turkish music. I've done some recordings with gypsy musicians from Norway. That was my last recording. Yeah, so the album has not been released yet, but soon, because they're also involving different musicians from different places.
Where would I like to see Taarab? I'd like to see it continue to be loved by different generations. Coming from a city like Vancouver, like a kind of a big city in Canada, I can't think of something that I grew up with that, you know, I'd go to a concert with my grandmother and everyone from very young to very old and all the teenagers all come and enjoy together and everyone knows the lyrics. Not in the same way that Taarab brings people together, so I'd like to see it continue to grow.
With guidance from seasoned campaigners like Biki Dude, Masin is bound to be the next big thing for Taarab in Zanzibar. Biki Dude had 2 unsuccessful marriages and never bore any children. Masin is the son that she never had. The two share a special mother-son bond, and he often visits her, remembering the good times they've had together.
Unadhani hajui taarab, nyimbo za taarab anazijua zote, lakini hapendi. Yangu yajue si ya dawa, si ya dawa. Nimekwenda Ujerumani, nimekwenda Hamburg, nimekwenda Berlin.
Lile jacket lako nalo la manyoya lile.
Sina.
Nangalichukua.
Nimekwenda naye. Yuko na mtoto alikuwa akicheza ngoma Ma Jackson vile.
Ma Jackson.
Basi yule nikikuhadisia kama rangi ya huyo bwana huyo, basi mara ageuke paka, mara ageuke mbwa mtume, mara mweupe pepepe kama bwana mdogo. Mamake Mswahili kama mimi. Mara anageuka mbwa hivyo, mara anageuka nyoka. Binadamu huyo.
The old pass on the rich, colorful, local traditions to the young, preserving culture on an island with crumbling picturesque ruins and dim, fascinating architecture. Time will always freeze whenever the sun rises over Zanzibar.
I want to see Taarab taking next level without losing its authenticity. You know, should stay original, but with more skills and with more musicians who have higher education into Taarab music.